Hello students, I am Bharati Shinde working as a lecturer in Praveen Patil Polytechnic College. In this video, we will see fifth chapter of Applied Mechanics and name of chapter is Friction. So in this we will see what is friction and what are the types of friction. First of all, what is friction? So friction is defined as resistance offered by one surface to another surface when they are in contact with each other. If two bodies are in contact with each other and when one of these moves over the other, the resultant to motion is set up. This resultant to motion is known as force of friction, or simply we call it as friction. So friction is nothing but the resultant to motion by one surface to another when they are in contact with each other. So friction is basically due to the roughness and irregularities of surface. When surface is perfectly smooth, then there is no friction. So for friction, surface must be rough. There are two types of friction, static friction and dynamic friction. So dynamic or kinetic friction is experienced by the body in motion. When body in motion, then it is called as dynamic friction. And when body is in equilibrium, then we call it as a static friction. There are two types of dynamic friction, rolling friction and sliding friction. So rolling friction, when we call it as rolling friction, when friction experienced by body when it rolls over the other, then it is rolling friction. And when friction experienced by body when it slides over the other body, then it is called as sliding friction. Then we will see coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction is the ratio of limiting friction to normal reaction at the surfaces of contact. So coefficient of friction is a ratio of limiting friction to normal reaction, and both have same unit. So coefficient of friction is a pure number and it has no unit. So coefficient of friction is a pure number and it has no unit. So for perfectly smooth surfaces, coefficient of friction is 0. As we know, limiting friction is proportional to the normal reaction R. So F is proportional to R. So F is equals to mu into R. That is coefficient of friction. This mu is coefficient of friction into R. And we have taken this mu to remove proportionate sign. So mu is equals to F upon R. Angle coefficient of friction is mu and its formula is F upon R. And remember, coefficient of friction for smooth surfaces is 0. Then we will see angle of friction, psi. Its symbol is psi. It is the angle made by resultant reaction with the normal reaction when body is in limiting equilibrium. So angle of friction is the angle made by resultant reaction with normal reaction. Consider a body of weight W resting on rough horizontal surface. This is rough horizontal surface as we can see in this figure. So P is the horizontal force required to move the body towards right in this direction, right direction. Then limiting friction acts in opposite direction. That is limiting friction acts in opposite direction. That is towards left. Force acting on body are forces acting on body are this self weight W, one, then two normal reaction R, this normal reaction R, and external force P, this external force P also there, normal reaction R also there, and limiting friction F, this F also there, and this W. So these forces are acting on the body, that is self weight W, normal reaction R, external force P, and limiting friction F. Consider only two forces, that is R and F. R and F acting at and away from point O. This is point O. So acting at and away from point O. By parallelogram law of forces, these are these are represents resultant in magnitude and direction. These are represents resultant in magnitude and direction. So this R is called as resultant reaction or total reaction. And this R makes angle phi with normal reaction, that is RN, with normal reaction. So this angle will reach to its maximum value when body is in limiting equilibrium. This maximum angle is called as angle of friction or limiting angle. We can call it as limiting angle. Limiting angle. So the angle of friction or limiting angle is defined as the angle made by resultant reaction with the normal reaction when body is in limiting equilibrium. Then we will see relation between coefficient of friction and angle of friction. So tan pi is equals to F upon R. Then tan phi is equals to, we can put F as mu into R. So mu into R divided by R. So RR gets cancelled. So tan phi is equals to mu. That is coefficient of friction is equals to the tangent of angle of friction. The angle of repose. So angle of repose is defined as the angle made by inclined plane with horizontal plane at which the body placed on an inclined plane is just on the point of moving down the plane under the action of its own weight. It is very simple. This inclined plane, angle made by this inclined plane with this horizontal plane at which, at the condition where body placed on inclined plane is just on the point of moving down the plane under the action of its own weight. So consider here a body having weight W, that is m into g, having weight W, that is mg, resting on an inclined plane, inclined at an angle theta, inclined at an angle theta with horizontal. Weight of body is acting vertically downward. It can be resolved along the plane and normal to the plane. That is like this. Mg cos theta and mg sin theta. Component of weight along the plane is this mg sin theta or w sin theta. We can call it as w sin theta, and this is w cos theta. So component of w along the plane is w sin theta, and component of w perpendicular to the plane is w cos theta or mg cos theta. As the motion of body is down the plane, the force of friction F will act up the plane. So this is force of friction will act up the plane. As the body is resting on an inclined plane, normal reaction R is perpendicular to the inclined plane. Like this. Normal reaction R is perpendicular to inclined plane. So in limiting equilibrium, summation Fx is equals to 0 and summation Fy is equals to 0. So summation Fx is equals to 0. So when we write as summation Fx is equals to 0, then this Fc minus mg sin theta is equals to 0, or F minus mg sin theta is equals to 0. Fc is nothing but we can say as F. So F minus mg sin theta is equals to 0. Then F is equals to mg sin theta, and this R is equals to this mg cos theta. When we divide, we can say it as equation 1 and it as 2. So when we divide 1 by 2, then mg sin theta divided by mg cos theta. So mg sin theta divided by mg cos theta is equals to F upon R. Mg cancels, sin theta divided by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. So we get tan theta is equals to F upon R. But as we have seen, tan theta is equals to mu, that is coefficient of friction. So we can write tan theta is equals to mu. As we have seen, tan phi is equals to mu in angle of friction. So this tan phi is equals to mu and this tan theta is equals to F upon R. So from these two, we can take tan theta and mu. So tan theta is equals to mu and phi is equals to theta. So this phi is equals to this theta. So phi equals to theta. Thus, angle of friction is equals to the angle of repulsion. As here we can write tan theta is equals to mu is equals to tan phi. So from this we get tan theta is equals to tan phi. So when tan cancel, then theta is equals to phi, like this. So angle of friction is equals to the angle of repulsion. Then we will see laws of static friction. First, frictional force is always acts tangential to the plane of contact and in opposite direction of motion. Then second, when body is in limiting equilibrium, the ratio of limiting friction to normal reaction is constant, and this ratio is called as coefficient of friction. Then coefficient of friction depends upon nature of surfaces in contact and is independent on surface areas in contact. Then static friction is more than dynamic friction. And last, force of friction is a self-adjusting force and it increases as the applied force increases up to limiting friction. These are the laws of static friction.